Consider that it was discovered, as published in 2012, in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, as discovered by Northwestern University, that fathers between 35 to 55 years old suggests a, quote, mechanism by which humans could extend late life function as average age at reproduction is delayed within a lineage. Now consider that people under the age of 35 have rising levels of telomerase, and telomerase overabundance leads to elevated risks of cancer, depression, and anger, and this may explain what we call teenage to mid-30s angst. Consider also that according to studies in 2013, that women mature 11 years sooner than men. Consider also that from 1912 to 2012, it was suggested by medical authorities that men do not become fathers over the age of 35. Consider also that childhood illiteracy has gone up in the United States for over 100 years. Consider also that racism, sexism, and homophobia have notoriously been displayed on television until the paradigm shifted to a greater financial success for the television and media networks to diversify their portfolio of an audience. Consider all the things we've been wrong about. The Earth being flat, 6,000 years old, and orbited by the sun. Absolute monarchies where one family retained power by inbreeding until genetic destruction made them weak. Soldiers marching in a straight line to be easily shot in the American colonies during the American Revolution by farmers with very little training with muskets. Voters only being allowed a political voice if they were landowners of European descent. Our attitudes on slavery, child labor, genocide, including against the Amerindian population, other populations around the globe, and great sweeping changes of destruction towards one race or people, which we call the Holocaust. Destruction of other species until extinction, such as the American bison, the dodo, by hunting. Vaccines, our attitudes on vaccines have changed. We now accept vaccines. Alcohol and marijuana prohibition have both been changed. There are many states where marijuana is medically legal and a couple where it is recreationally legal in 2016. And alcohol prohibition has been reversed for almost 100 years. The voting age at 21 until lowered to 18. The age of sexual consent being 7 years old between World War I and World War II. Even before that, there was no age of sexual consent. Supply side economics has failed us for 35 years. Lowering taxes on the rich 6 times within the past 200 years has caused a financial crisis, except for the mega wealthy. Consider other things that we've changed, like instituting the work-free weekend, the 40-hour work week, the right to form labor unions, global climate change, the safety of tobacco, abortion, the ability of non-Christians to hold political office, same-sex marriage, interracial marriage, marijuana, alcohol. I mean, we could go through this again and again and again, and you will always be wrong. Consider raising the age of consent of males to 35 before they can sleep with younger women. Consider a mandatory minimum 11-year age gap. Conversation our age. conversationrage.weebly.com.